Hey guys, this is Paul, and one of the first things you'll need as a photographer or videographer is a good tripod. So today I'll be showing you two tripod options as well as two fluid head options that will be great for any beginners out there who are a little unsure of what to look for in these products. The first tripod I ever purchased was this Dolica AX680 P104 tripod, and this thing is amazing. I bought it over 3 years ago, and it's an incredible tripod for the price. Now, unfortunately, Amazon no longer sells this exact model, but they do have an AX630, which looks to be nearly the same for about $50, so I'll leave a link to that one down below. The first mistake a lot of photographers and videographers make is buying a cheap tripod thinking it will be reliable enough to hold their cameras. In fact, if you go on Amazon and just type in the word tripod, a ton of these cheap tripods are the first results to come up. So these options probably look pretty appealing to somebody who hasn't ever owned a tripod before, but all too often these tripods are made with extremely cheap materials. They're likely to break within a few days of using them, and they just aren't sturdy enough to risk putting hundreds or even thousands of dollars worth of camera equipment onto. I bought one of these cheap tripods a few years ago as a backup tripod, and it was only about $15, so I thought I really had nothing to lose. But as soon as it came in, I instantly regretted it. The legs of the tripod were pencil thin, and there was no way that I was gonna risk leaving my camera on it. So I really wish that I would have just spent another $30 and gotten another Dolica one. So in my experience, it will be worth your money to invest in a slightly more expensive tripod that's gonna last you 10 times as long as the cheaper ones. And I think this Dolica AX680 or AX630 that's available now would be a great one to start with. The aluminum feels solid, the legs are nice and sturdy, and I would definitely trust this tripod to hold my camera, and I've done so for the past 3 years. The tripod uses these quick release latches to extend the legs, so it's super fast and easy, and as long as I make sure that this latch is fully closed, I've never had the legs slip out when they're not supposed to. It also has a bubble level and even a compass built right into the frame. This center column is super easy to adjust, and I use this all the time when I need to make a slight height adjustment. And on the bottom of this column is this little hook here that you can use to attach a sandbag or something like that for a little bit of extra stability. The legs can be adjusted to one of 3 different angles depending on the type of shot you need. So if you need a shot really low to the ground, you can just unlock them to where they have the largest angle and will be able to lie close to the ground. The only problem I've ever had with this tripod is that one of the legs kind of loosened up and lost its resistance over time, but this was easily fixed with a quick tightening of one of the screws, so I wouldn't say there's really any major drawbacks I've found so far with this tripod. One thing I will say though is that it's fairly lightweight compared to higher end tripods. Now, some will see this as an advantage because it's a little bit easier to carry around, but it might not have quite the stability that more expensive tripods often have. So if you're looking for a little bit more stability at a slightly higher price point, then the Vanguard Alta Pro 263AT might be the tripod for you. I bought this tripod mainly for one reason: overhead shots. I saw that it has this amazing feature where you can slide out the middle column, swivel around the axis, and reinsert it to get really unique shots. They call this the multi-angle central column feature, and it allows for 180 degrees of adjustment. So that's gonna enable you to get shots that you can't really get with a normal tripod. So I'm really liking this feature, but I think I was even more impressed by the quality of the tripod itself. I was expecting it to be more or less the same quality as the Dolica tripod, but it's actually a considerable step up in build quality and stability. It's made of aluminum alloy and it's actually pretty heavy. Now again, depending on what you're planning on using this for, that can be seen as an advantage or a disadvantage, but it does give me that extra bit of reassurance knowing that it won't tip over in the wind or anything like that. Just like the Dolica tripod, the legs can easily be extended out to one of 3 different angles with a press of a button to get shots lower to the ground, and this one also has the bubble level built into the frame. So once you've got your tripod legs picked out, it's time to choose your fluid head. So here I've got two options, one that's very affordable and another that's kind of stepping out of the budget range. So for about $27, you can get yourself a graffiti noodle video pan head. Now I bought mine from Amazon, but apparently it's not sold over there anymore, but you can still get it from eBay, so I'll leave that link down below. It's really hard to find an affordable video head that's able to get usable shots, and I went through two other tripod heads before finding this one that's actually able to get smooth pans and tilts. This head is great for beginners, not only because it's very affordable, but it's also super easy to use. To adjust the pan, you just twist the knob on the side of the head, and to adjust the tilt, you simply twist the handle to the left. While the graffiti noodle does provide smooth shots, the one complaint I have with it is that there's really no way to adjust the tension, so it's basically either locked in place or able to move. So I found out the best way to get more control over the movement is to use the rubber band pan method. And that helps a lot, but if you really want more options to mess with, then you might want to purchase the Manfrotto 502AH fluid head. Now I know this is a huge jump in price from the graffiti head, and there are probably tons of options in between that are pretty good, but I figured that if I was gonna spend over $100 on a fluid head, I might as well spend $200 and get one that's gonna last me for years to come. Although I think the price has dropped a little since I bought it, and you can get it for about $166 on Amazon now. The first thing I noticed when I opened up the 502 is that this thing is huge. It's probably about the size and weight of 4 of the graffiti heads put together. But with that being said, it's also one of the best built pieces of equipment that I own. It's made mostly out of cast aluminum, and I would bet that if you drop this thing straight onto concrete, it would hold together just fine. And this head excels at giving you full control over the movement of your camera. It has 2 fluid cartridges, one for the pan axis and another for the tilt axis. And I would say that they take a few hours to get used to how exactly they work and affect the movement. But once you understand it, you'll be glad you spent the extra money to get it because it makes filming smooth shots just effortless. It comes with this gigantic pan handle that you can screw onto either the left or right side, but I found that I can get pretty much the same results without the handle just by using my hands. So like I said, I know this is expensive, it's over $150, but if you plan on using it for years to come, then it might be worth your investment. I hope this video was useful to you in some way, and again, I'll leave a link to all the products I talked about in the description down below. But if you guys have another product that you really like, maybe you have a great tripod recommendation for under $100, then let me know about it in the comments down below because I'm really interested to see what you guys are using. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video.